Hey, what is up, guys? We're in here and let's talk comics and let's talk about X-Men and what is happening with the Age of Revelation because my god, is it a mess. It is a mess and I can't even think who approved that. So let's jump into that. So as you kind of noticed that in October we're gonna have some of the titles renamed of the Marvel lineup. Some of them will be stopped and we're gonna move 10 years into the future for the Age of Revelation. Right, this is gonna be the big event that is happening in October, and normally I'll be like, alright, fine, we can kinda do that. But historically, we know how they end up, right? Like, this reminds me a bit of a DC Future State and how bad it was. And why? Because, I don't know if you remember, but also in October there will be a 30th anniversary of Age of Apocalypse. Right, I'm jumping to Bleeding Cool here because I forgot the name, Age of Apocalypse. So 30 years, and the whole idea was that they want to go and reprint the Age of Apocalypse, and that they will go and have those X-Men titles as a tribute, right? So nice reprints, but there were rumors that it might get postponed due to some issues, so they went and they're like, you know what, we need a backup plan. So they came up with the Age of Revelation, which, when you think about it, is just a copy of, Age of Apocalypse. But alright, you're like, okay, cool, we can figure that out. But they decided to do both together. So not only we're gonna have reprints, and this whole celebration of 30 years, right? 30 years ago, the event Age of Apocalypse with all the X-Men titles, we're gonna have the Age of Revelation at the same time. That is crazy to me, because you want the full story now. So let's say you're reading Uncanny X-Men, right? Like I'm reading. You're kind of fucked. Let's be honest, because they finish at, 21 or 22 Uncanny X-Men, and what's gonna be then, right? Then it's stopped. There's no more story. I mean, there will be after the Age of Revelation finishes, but again, I do think genuinely a lot of people will look at it and go like, no, I want to stop because it's not for me. Or they will go, this is too much, right? And there's like a third group of people that will go, you know what, yeah, Age of Apocalypse, this is what I kind of want, right? Those are the things that I would love to go back to, right? I haven't had opportunity to buy it back then because I was not alive yet, because it was in the 80s. So I'm gonna buy that instead. If my current title that I'm reading and I'm invested in is stopping or ending or whatever the fuck is gonna happen, because we don't know, right? But let's go a bit to the gist of it, right? So of course X-Men titles will be remained and some others as well, right? There will be an Age of Revelation 0, which is supposed to be the prequel of what is happening, and as we know, the story jumps 10 years into mutant-ruled future Age of Apocalypse, and we're gonna have some new series coming out of it. But also, and this is what pissed me off, is the titles will be renamed, and renumbered. So currently, right, I'm reading Amazing Spider-Man, and it's for me going to be Radioactive Spider-Man. No, I know, right? Unbreakable X-Men, Expatriate X-Men, even when you look at that, right? How much is it? Because it's $5 per book, right? It's got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, it's $80 for you to get the number ones. right? And plus the 0, right? But let's say 8A, it's that. So it begins here. And of course you got overture, so you have to have that. And it's mental to me that now they're doing event where it's not even thought out, because at the same time you'll have Age of Apocalypse, right? I'm just curious, because I want to go, and you will see, because this is the comic book shop that I usually go and all this stuff, right? And they have pre-order, so yeah, it's October, because in my native language, right? So this is pre-orders are prices in Polish zloty. I will give you the dollars in a second. So let's just go right over here, which is where is Marvel, right? Marvel Comics. There we go. Right, and let's just go. You know what? They're doing what? Age of, right? So we still have the 14. Great. So it's not bad. That. Then we have Amazing, which is already AOR, which is renamed. And we're gonna go through all of those, and you will see that they are really going for a binary. Well, who reads that crap? It's how are you gonna go and compete against each other, right? So not only you're gonna have Age of Apocalypse, I keep forgetting his name, just fighting with Age of Revelation, something that no one wanted, something that no one cares, and $80 for all of that. And again, this is just for those, plus your regular comics that you read, right? You're reading some DC probably as well. There's no event. Actually there is an event, right? KO, but KO is not for everyone, so no, it's not a great idea. But I mean, some enjoy that. So you have a KO event. We're looking at really significant money spent on the thing. And I don't get it. Like, how can you go and be like, yeah, that's a great plan. Let's just go 2 ages of... Well, not Ultron. Jesus Christ. Why the fuck Marvel has ages of, right? Ultron, Apocalypse. Yeah, that's Apocalypse here. Apocalypse and Revelation at the same time. Plus you're gonna change all those names. It's like you're trying to milk the readers. Where, to be fair, this is something that it's better skipped and just wait for the trades, to be honest. Or, omnibus. For, that's the buck for your money, right? Because, to be fair, this is, not something that you're even gonna be happy with. Because I don't see how, like, Omega Kids, Cloak and Dagger, fucking Binary, it's gonna be great. The Lost Wolverine. I mean, the current Wolverine is okay-ish, right? Expatriate X-Men, Amazing X-Men, Unbreak. Which ones even are the main? Right? Like, why you're doing that to yourself? It's like you're throwing shit onto a wall and be like, oh, that's stick, let's go. And it sucks because there are like really nice characters that you can do stories with, right? Of course, they are focused on Doctor Doom now, great, but there are other characters that you could have really gone and have nice series. Because interrupting, just like, the Uncanny X-Men, I'm pissed because I am invested in Uncanny X-Men, even though the last, villain, the lady from the movie, this mutant, was not great. The story is fun. And then you have things that, that were like crossovers with the Mansion, what is it, like issue number 8 and 9, which were pure shit. Or, there's like one issue that was just the beginning of the event that went to different comics that was about Journey with Professor X, I believe, right? Another garbage, okay. But this is the thing what they are doing. I think that they would put those crossovers and that this would go and make people buy more books, which is not the thing. Because then when you're reading it week to week, right, or month to month, right, and not in a trade paperback, you go and like, that's a filler. That's just a filler. This month is shit because of that. I have to wait one more month to continue the story that I want. That's bad. And again, I don't know how long they would go for it. Let's assume they would go like 5 or 6 issues of each, because that's a trade. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what to say. Because, again, great, this looks cool, right? I mean, the Wolverine looks cool, but we currently have a different version of Wolverine now. As a Winter Soldier, we just had the Ultimate Universe where we have different versions. So why we need to go to future to have different versions again? Maybe I'm just rumbling and I'm just, an old guy. I don't know, but it is something that just annoys me, especially when I've looked at, the pre-orders, right, for October, or solicitations, right? Because like in my country they are both together, right? You got solids and you already can pre-order. I was like, why there are no books that I'm reading currently? Did they get cancelled? What happened? And then you read about that and you go like, oh shit, great, so there'll be nothing. It's the same as when there was, Future State for DC, when you had brand new people just jumping in to read comic books and they felt like, oh, alright, Future State is gonna be the thing. This is the brand new status quo. No, it's gonna be for 4 months, so sorry guys. Excuse me, sorry guys. But when you're reading prior to that, you're even more pissed. Because you're reading your Batman, right? You're reading your detectives, you're reading your Nightwings, your Supermans, Wonder Womans, whatever. And you have to stop. You feel the stories are rushed, kind of like in Detective 1099 with Elixir, right? Like that shit was rushed and unacceptable. But they've stopped, and you go like, oh, so what? So my story will continue in like 2, 3, 4 months? So why I've bought the floppy, right? Why I bought the single issue? I could have just, freaking bought the trade, waited, because it doesn't matter now. And that's kind of how I feel here, that it doesn't matter. And I do also think that you need my curse to be honest. And I hope that you will be able to get it. But yeah, you go and like, yeah, that doesn't matter anymore, right? Yeah, you see. So, am I buying this? No. I am skipping the whole thing. Maybe I will later as a trade. Age of Apocalypse, maybe, but this is insane to me. Laura Kinney, Sabretooth, fuck's sake. Excellent book of... So, and this is the thing, right? You're just reading X-Men, just say, right? Like, again, I'm reading Uncanny. And you just go like, alright, so I need Amazing, I need this one, I need it... Or just I go X-Men Book of Revelation. But then I'm missing on that. It's kind of when you read War of the Realms. But War of the Realms, at least when you had those 6 issues... You were like, alright, fine, I figure it out. But you had a crap ton of tie-ins. Or King in Black, right? 5 issues. But when you're reading them, you were like, alright, you know what? Yeah, I understand. Because for like King in Black, 80% of tie-ins were literally just filler. They had no impact on the main story, right? Like you have, there was a Spider-Man where literally it was like a prequel, so there was like no impact on the story, right? Moon Knight, the same way. Thunderbolts, they were on their own side quest doing shit. No one cared, right? So, what's gonna happen here? Well, let me know what you think. To be honest, I want to hear you. What do you think about the Age of Revelation and what is going on with Marvel? Because I think they have no idea now what they are doing, and especially with X-Men, right? We just had a fucking relaunch of X-Men. Well, a year ago, but brand new era from the ashes, and they are already in the ashes. But now 10 years into the future. I don't know, I want to hear your opinion. Let me know, guys, what do you think? And see you guys in another video. Like, subscribe. Thank you so much for just listening to me rambling. Take care. Bye.